Hi, my name is Anthony Sparks. I'm the Director of Revenue Operations for Hercules Ceiling Products. And so we have been using Zoho since 2024. Again, we are a leader distributor of hydraulic seals, seal kits, and O-rings mostly for aftermarket repair shops. 225 employees based out of Clearwater, Florida. So while we do utilize Zoho One, we've predominantly implemented CRM, analytics, desk, sales IQ, Zoho Flow, and Sign. So as Director of Revenue Operations, I oversee all of the both the challenges and, of course, the fixes in relation to utilizing Zoho. But of course, before Zoho, we had a plethora of challenges that I believe that you all have faced before, utilizing spreadsheets to manage leads, accounts, contacts, or deals, cross-department communication. So we heavily utilize our engineering team. So our sales individuals was also speaking with our engineering team back and forth with constant emails versus utilizing improved deal modules. But we won't be going over the deal module, of course. We'll be going over the lead module. But the big thing that we needed to better manage was our leads. We do utilize a web form and a webhook on our website. We were constantly getting leads within our system, but through the BDRs, our business development reps would call leads, but after that, we would not be able to properly dollarize their success. So we did not know when to invest more in BDRs. We did not know when to pull back. So now what we built is webhooks to, again, better grab those leads and pull them directly into CRM. So we do not manually import any of this information. It goes right into CRM. But one of the big things that our organization dealt with is when a seller wanted to set up an account, there would be probably 4 or 5 or 6 pieces of information that our administration team needed to also pry and ask from sellers to get before the account was properly set up. So now with the blueprint, we're able to enforce those specific pieces of information to ensure that that gets set up properly. But the most important part is the seller effectiveness. Not only do we track the call activity, the account set up, how many meetings they've scheduled, but we also are able to dollarize it and showcase how much true revenue they've been able to bring in from all of their activities. And I will be showing that today. So this is a live look at our instance, by the way. So this is not a demo setup. This is actually our instance, which is really, really cool. And do a little mass update later. Okay, cool. So today I wanted to showcase a lead that I've already created. So you don't have to watch the lead creation process. So I do have Anthony's really great business, and I met Anthony at Zoholics, and from my introduction with him, he's probably the coolest, funniest, and most humble guy I've ever met. So I wanted to be able to manage that journey of that lead. So what our organization does is we actually turn off the convert button. We do not let reps just go up there and just convert a lead. We utilize a blueprint to ensure it flows naturally for both sales and in sales administration. So it's driven by our lead status. So if they made contact with Anthony, it will update the lead qualification to an MQL or a market qualified lead. I've made contact and I'm working that lead. That's all automated. But then, of course, the most important thing is to convert the account. So then once the account is converted, it preps it to a sales qualified lead, but it doesn't convert the account yet because our organization, i.e. me, says you need a little bit more information or you're going to have to go back and forth with sales administration. It's going to get a little bit long. We've all done that. We've created an account and then we have to go back and forth and you're in an airplane and the account never gets built. So all you have to do is take one more step. And this information means nothing to you, but everything to us. So we do have to let the rep know what type of freight program it is. We have to let them know what kind of segment the customer is. Is it a credit card or the account will need terms? And then the pricing program, and I'll just throw up our pricing structure. So then once it's saved, so that little bit of information saves 4 or 5 emails back and forth between admin and our sales team. So of course the account just gets created, which is super great. Now, while the account's created, you can create accounts all day in the world of distribution, but in distribution, we really care about the accounts who purchase. So we built a sales effectiveness dashboard that allows us to manage not only the weekly call activity, the accounts that were created, but the most important part was the accounts that purchased from us. So we now have the ability to measure a conversion rate, a little over 16%. Over 2,000 plus leads have entered into our system. We've built over 1,000 accounts, but 441, at least in the US market, have made a purchase to the tune of $401,000 year to date. So we have now been able to, instead of operating in spreadsheets and call logs, we now funnel it all through CRM, and we are now able to tell the story of here's all of the leads, and out of every 100 leads that come in, 16 and a half will make a purchase. So I hope this is super helpful for you all. Again, this is our live instance. We really like it. Couldn't say nicer things. And so I think, again, what I wanted to make sure you guys took away from this is that we do have cleaner, reliable data. Again, all the information that our team needs to set up the account is successfully there. The cross-department visibility, which again, we didn't talk about in the deals module, but what's key is now our BDRs know exactly how well they're performing because they have a single source of truth in their effectiveness dashboard. That is it.